Welcome back, Love Nest, for more daily Soul Tribe messages. For all of you that are new, welcome to the high vibing space here on YouTube. All right. We're going to jump right into these channel messages. I feel like we're going to talk a lot about career and life purpose in today's channel message. So look what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Career, July, all of this is relevant. Okay, for some of you, it's going to happen sooner than July, but this is a confirmation for you that some of you guys are going to meet someone at your job before July. There is going to be a promotion for someone also in July, is what I'm tapped into. There is someone that has their eye on you. You left your mark on me. I'm not lying. Look, you have goal-oriented person. Okay, this person is someone that likes to keep people on the edge of their seats, puzzled. Okay, but this is something like a wishing well that goes long. Okay, a wish that's very long standing, not a temporary thing, but a long-term thing. Long-term job, career job, a job you can retire to, a partnership you'll have a long-term partnership with. I'm being drawn to the Netflix series. I think it's called Geek Girl here. Like your life is completely taking a 180. All right, you could have been thinking that you were going to go one route as far as career, and you know you have to resign in order to fulfill some type of wish that you've had in your family. Like, you know, this prior job or this prior career isn't going to cut it, isn't going to give you the satisfaction that you're looking for. Something about this is drawing me to my life purpose cards, because I feel as if you feel this calling that may have started in May. Some of you guys could have had an activation around your birthday, all April, May babies. Others of you, there was a complete severing as far as like I said, a job or a romantic relationship. There was some type of contract that ended in May, and now you're free to do something. Now you're free to go after what you want. There was a breakup here, either in romance or partnership. Some of you guys, it was a romance and I keep hearing bromance. Okay, it was a romance and it was a business partnership that got severed. So either you left or someone in that position that was connected to you guys left. Okay. All right, Spirit is giving the stories. We're going to tap into your life purpose. So this difficult season is about to come to a close, especially if you guys work in cycles. There's something about your energy works in cycles, moon cycles. So you may notice a significant shift in every new and full moon cycle. Like, for example, you may start to notice a pattern that you get an incline at work or some type of promotion at work, and it always falls on a new moon, you know, or it always falls at the end or the tail end of a new moon. So pay attention to those patterns, because I think that the universe is also giving you confirmations of like how the universe is manifesting, or how you're co-creating with the universe. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to pull some more cards, but before we get into that, I did want to share with you guys that my website is back up. For those of you that have asked about the pre-recorded readings, you are welcome to check out the pre-recorded readings. If you are interested in the Zooms, those are still up as well. I did take down the pre-recordeds for the month of May, but we're back in June, so they will be back up. You should be able to find it at the website listed down below. So we're going to get into some life purpose cards really quick. I'm seeing a complete 180. You're just born to do something. You're good at it. You don't have to practice for it. You don't have to study for it. There's something about you that it's just in your DNA, it just activates. We have reconciliation. People be so nosy sometimes. You know, the sunlight be beautiful, but a lot of times, like, this is why I picked up on the target, like turning, because I feel like when you're in the spotlight or when you're doing something that goes against the grain, people are always watching you or always staring at you. Want to see what you're about to do first. There's something about a catalog. Somebody could be doing a perfume catalog, leaking something before it's time. I feel like sometimes you have to throw your haters off, or you have to throw people off your trail, because you have a lot of people that are always trying to see what you're about to do next. Okay, so you are definitely somebody that has to move very meticulously, and you have to move strategically in a way that allows you to, you know, enjoy your life while also releasing things on your terms, like, so you can feel free to do it on your terms. It is not forced, like you have to make a job out of it. Something about this energy makes me feel as if, you see how in this position where she's sitting, she's looking in a 180 direction from where she was. Okay, like I said, you could have been working a corporate job, and now you're about to be picking flowers on a farm. You get what I'm saying? For some of you, you could have been waking up every single day having to do your hair and be presentable and represent, and now you're going to be able to just be free, whimsical. No particular time restraint. You know what I'm saying? You're able to enjoy every single day. All right, we have coyote here. When I saw coyote, it made me think of Mexico, the first thing that came to my mind. But now I'm here in California. These could be locations as confirmations that this message is for you. Some of you guys, you're going to be connecting with a past life soulmate by way of your new career after you do some type of major 180 in a job. So again, if you are doing a corporate brick and mortar type of job and you've been having this desire to do something completely different, but it doesn't really pay the bills, it doesn't really provide you the stability that you're looking for because it's not in high demand, that's a confirmation that you're in the right direction, you're on the right path. If you're trying to stick to a job that pays the bills and it does everything for you, that's not where your soulmate is. So when you're tired of doing that and you feel like you're ready to get back out there into the environment, you're ready to be more active, but not from a rat race, career driven type of lifestyle, then that's when you'll be ready. That's when you'll honestly be ready to meet your soulmate. And you're going to meet this soulmate some way, somehow, by way of you both made major changes in your career. Wow. For some of you, if the person is already like an entrepreneur and they're already going after their dreams and they don't work for anyone else except themselves, this may be a 180 from their single life, right? And then they go from being completely single to settling down, right? That's a complete 180. So it just depends on what end of the spectrum that you're on. Wow. Spirit is really giving, like, if you were having any doubts in your mind about what you should be doing, and you know how to connect dots, or you know how to do context clues, just even a little bit. You don't have to be a great discerner or any of that. But I am feeling as if there are some that's going to get what I'm saying right now, and then there are others where this message is for you, but you will still not be able to see what that means. And I could feel the presence of you guys as well. So there are definitely multiple levels of consciousness tuned in and tapped into this reading. And at the time where you guys are listening to this reading, I don't think it's meant to like click for you now, but you are meant to receive it and then like later on it'll click for you. You feel me? Like later on there's levels to development. Free yourself. This is where it begins. Some of you guys, it's breaking of a romantic situation or sacrificing having a love life to focus on your dreams and ambitions. Those of you, some of you guys are on the beginning side of it, and then others of you you're right smack down in the middle. Okay, some of you guys have already made that 180. I keep wanting to say 360, and I feel like something is a 360 because it's going to come full circle, and you're going to be like, oh my God, all this time I had no idea that I was already in a courtship. I had no idea that I was already talking to that person. They were right there the whole time. I never put two and two together. That's how serious it's about to be. You know, sometimes you never know that your soulmate was actually the professor. You know, sometimes you never know that your soulmate was actually your classmate that was sitting in the same classroom with you years ago. You know, there's things like that. Damn. So at this phase here, because you see how we have past life energy right here. One of you is a teacher and one of you is a student. And there are past life things that needed to be healed with the Greco-Roman. And I think the other message from yesterday was talking about Roman Empire or Rome. Okay, so one of the things that you guys may have been really getting clear on is who you guys were to each other in the past life. Come through, Spirit. Spirit is not letting me drop the ball today. Look at that joy and perception. Okay, all the confusion is being cleared up. Yes, I love to see this. Impartiality. Yes. Okay, so here's what it is. Creation and impartiality. So that's justice, and this is the Magician. So what I'm seeing here is this is karmic retribution in this lifetime, where two people wanted to be together, but the odds were stacked up against them in past lives. People did not agree with their type of relationship. Some of them had open marriages. Some of them, had equal leadership, and some of them it was a feminist, masculine dominant dynasty, empire, rulership at the time. And with the magician is masculine and feminine to me. Everything. So there's a balance between masculine and feminine energy, and bridging those gaps together and finding a way to see things from each other's perspective without judgment. Impartiality talks about not having to choose this or that, not having to be right or wrong, not having to take things personal, finding a medium, an even ground. Spiritual teacher, that's the medium. How to be sensitive to both the spiritual realm and the physical realm, the unconscious and the unconscious with the conscious, and how it all comes full circle with the superconscious. So all of these things has been a journey, thinking outside the box. And I feel like in this lifetime, what Spirit is saying here is this is your karmic retribution. You're from going through those hardships and enduring those past life blockages. You guys were really thinkers of consciousnesses. Is that even a word? Consciousnesses? What? You guys were always a spiritual union that move in the vibration of evolving humanity. So you have always been before your time, and it's no different in this lifetime. You'll notice how people will say, like, come back to earth, you're so in the stars. But truthfully, the way that your mind works, the way that you're tapped into the superconscious is a great reflection of the potential that you see for humanity. And that's why you being able to see so far ahead is You were always on time. You were never late. Even in those lifetimes where you feel like you didn't get it right, you were meant to just expose people lifetime after lifetime. And yes, you may have died, but it wasn't a failure because you made an impact. And that's why I keep hearing Geek Girl, because that was one of the pivotal lines that he said to her about joy. Even the smallest thing, like modeling, or the smallest thing as doing something that you love, is contagious. It brings joy to many. Don't ever doubt that for a second. When you're that original, you're that different, you will always shine brighter. You will always be the brightest star shining, and it will be contagious, and it will trickle down in all areas of life. And where people are fighting and there's war, it will bring people together. There's something about your connections are designed not to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your connections are designed to be against each other. You're on opposite sides. It's forbidden. You're on opposite sides of the fence. Your ego is supposed to be so big to the point where you repel each other. But this is telling me that you guys have done so much shadow work on yourselves that you hold space for each other's differences. And a lot of you guys have been practicing this from young, right? Let's say you are biracial and you have a parent of one race and the other, your parents had to practice holding space for you and the mother, right? For you, because both your parents come from two different lineages. And a part of holding space is just exposing you, right, to both sides of your cultures, and allowing you to be that bridge to determine what resonates for you, but also giving yourself permission to accept that I'm both, right? This is also reflected in when couples that are of different religions come together and holding space for each other of different religions. You guys, that's forbidden love. Anything that is completely of the opposite but it's possible, y'all are the one in the million. Y'all are the lucky ones that are pretty much the brightest stars, showing up as a collective energy, holding space for the rest of the collective, allowing other people to see that it is possible where others may say it's impossible. If that's what you want, not to go and feed it or force it down other people's throat, but to just let you know that you do have permission to do what makes you happy, to be with who makes you happy. And as far as perception, that's developed along the way, and you're never alone when you have the universe on your side. You're just never alone. And then we have seduction in reverse. I feel like there's going to be something vastly different here, because this isn't a connection that was built off of your lower chakras. Not saying that you guys aren't attracted to each other, but there's core memories that have been created here. But on top of those core memories, right, this isn't the type of connection that was built off of, oh, I fancy you, I'm attracted to you, let's have sex and keep it pushing. No, this is the type of connection that was built off of true happiness, growth. You guys have challenged each other. You guys have inspired each other to create. You guys have held space for each other and your differences. When you found the right one, when neither of you seek to change each other, but you want to love each other, being your true authentic self. And that's kind of what you have here. And so you are going to have external forces that's going to watch you. They're going to stare harder at you in the grocery store, because something about this connection is I call bluff. I call bullshit. You don't really love that person. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come with that type of opposition, because that's what forbidden loves attract. They attract that type of dissatisfaction from people that are unhappy in their lives and in their relationships. but they didn't do the work. They didn't put in the action. And so that's why they don't have this type of, it's like two lone wolves have come together. And you, wow, look at this. Present power, the consciousness. You have a lion and you have a tiger. But here's the reality. Both of them are still felines, right? So y'all are still human beings, but something about you is different. Different upbringings, different lifestyles. And you guys have really been fighting against corrupt, unethical cults. And it's almost like, I feel like one of you may have really grew up in corruption. Okay, because you know how they say a tiger never changes their stripes. All right. Once you're from the hood, you're always from the hood, you know, or once you've been exposed to something, you're ruined for life. You fight in the odds that no, you could be born in darkness, but you don't have to have it, let it consume you, right? You can start off like a wildfire flower, okay, but it doesn't define you. So you doing the work on yourself, you fought the odds, whoever's in that tiger energy. You have the eye of the tiger. You've mastered that. And now you get to determine how that's reflected back to you. You understand? And then the other person is that proud Leo energy, that proud lion, right? And sometimes when a person is so proud, they can work really hard to make sure that nobody can say anything against them. They can really be concerned about their image and their reputation. They can really feel as if they have to do everything right, people please. And a lot of times it's for that honor, it's for that recognition, it's for that position of I earned it. And at the same time, these two, your past lives, not your past lives, but your development in this lifetime is really also playing a role with how you personally feel about each other. You get what I'm saying? And this is still that justice card here, right? I can be both, you know? I can still have both, the best of both worlds. I'm still both. You're neither just one level of consciousness. You have each stage of consciousness, you acquire the wisdom and you take that wisdom with you. And it's like, don't get it twisted. I'm really like that. You know what I'm saying? And that type of energy is what I'm seeing here. One person is like, don't get it twisted. I'm really like that. And the other person is like, you know, don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm just this gentle person. I'm not to be played with. And that's kind of like what I see here. I'm not going to let you bully the other person. I'm not going to let you control or dictate my life. That's kind of where you guys are standing, and so is the other person. You could throw stones, you can because when you coming up out of them corrupt, unethical bondages, they can get real hard, make it real difficult for you, okay, where you'll have to really take the high road with these people. Because they'll have a tendency to try to fuck with you in such a way where, you know, you'll tell yourself it'll never work. You know what I'm saying? You'll tell yourself that you're not good enough. You'll tell yourself, because it's that type of energy, doesn't want to let you go. And then the other person will go through experiences of their hopes and their dreams constantly being shattered and feeling like, what's the point? Because they can't please the people. They can't please nobody. And the lesson for both of you guys is they can hit you, but they can't break you, right? You can, and if they have broken something, you have the power to put the pieces back together. And for the other person, it is understanding that in that list of important people that you have in your life, you can scratch out and make edits all day long of everybody, including yourself on the list. If you're on the list with the people that you're unsatisfied with, the only person that's ever important on that list is you. So scratch out all those other names and ask yourself what brings you joy. And so that's the final lesson for this union here. Whew, I had to get that out. I was definitely say that the way that I was channeling today, it felt like I was like the pointing and stuff like that. It wasn't just my voice this time that I was channeling through. I felt like my whole body, you know, like a teacher. I felt like a master teacher was really really giving a lesson, a lesson on happiness. Yeah, a master teacher, but not like just the kinds that, you know, you have that incarnate with like the picture and they go down in history, right? I'm talking about a master teacher of like the greats. That's how I can say it. That's the best way I can say it. I don't see an energy. I just feel its presence, and it feels like a master teacher. That's what it feels like. Like coming in and saying, this is why I made you so different. This is why I made you this way, is because when in a time of war, in a time where war is raging, there's chaos, a mist on the planet, you guys would be the brightest stars, right? There are many stars, but you guys will shine the brightest. And that's the difference between just being a morning star and the bright and shining morning star. If you get what I'm saying. These are the ones that were willing to come down out of tribute. These are volunteers, not fallen, but volunteers. I will go and I will do this for humanity. And as the volunteers, don't get it twisted. You are not you are not like everybody else. You may have incarnated into the struggle like everyone else, but you are, through your liberation, through your devotion, through your great sacrifice of choosing yourself and being happy, that's where we are in this lifetime. That's the journey that we're on. That's the change. And one of you has been going into it a lot more willingly with this pilgrimage card. And the other person has been struggling a little bit, because I do feel as if the other person here is questioning if they're really, you know, strong enough for this. They have. Are they prepared to hear what comes along with it? Are they prepared to go into the thick of it? And that's up for this person to decide, because they have to cross that bridge on their own term. They have to choose that path for themselves. When I see chipped cup, this reminds me of like forever being stuck, seen as a child, you know. In Beauty and the Beast, the chipped cup was frozen in time, just like everything else in the house, just like the other furniture. But he was very optimistic, you know. He wanted to see more. So imagine growing up in time but never really changing form, you know. Everyone around you sees you as the person they remember. So you trying to be something different, it's going to take real intention. You're going to have to want it. And I do feel as if the high priestess is a lot of major arcanas. I do feel like the spiritual connection and seeing how it's all connected from above, so below, as within, so without, is really helping the other person surrender, because I do feel as if someone is meant to. There's also something happening here as far as North Node. Okay, when I see the full, this is North Node energy, and what that looks like is different for everybody. So it just depends on what your North Node is, because this is where you want, this is what you want to take back with you from coming here and volunteering as tribute on this earth for humanity. Your North Node is the lessons and experiences and what you want to create, so you can take that back with you out of everything you've been through. Because you start off going through the journey of remembering your South Node, right? Experiencing the things that you're already accustomed to or that you've already done in past lives. And then as you embark on your North Node journey, that's the information you want to take with you, because it allows you to say, okay, I learned something new. I take that with me. When you return back to source, that information is your glory. That is your victory. And so it's like that master teacher is coming in, reminding you of why you came here. And the whole point of you coming down here and walking this journey and being this full and incarnating in this lifetime, it has a lot to do with you being able to bring back your report to source. When you return back to source, okay, this is what I've learned. This is what I was able to accomplish. This is how much. Think of it like a big ass field. How many yards were you able to get down, before you return back to source? Did you get past the 5-yard line, or was that your blockage? Is that where you had to keep starting over? Because every time in football where they get to take the ball from you or whatever, or knock it out your hand, y'all got to start back at that yard line, But the objective is to make it to the finish line. I hope that makes sense, We're all down here on Earth like one big ass, a whole bunch of different team players, little leagues, little leagues to the big league. It's true. It's true. So this new business that's meant to be groundbreaking, guys. I feel like it's a new business. Some of you guys, it's both. It's a new business. It's a new birth. It's definitely something that you have to nurture. You have to take care of. And as you close old doors, you're gonna need something proper, like a proper source, a proper. Let's see here. Because the eagle is over here, the fool is in the middle, and the stork is over here. So this is saying both of these are birds. Okay, you're going to need to see things from a higher perspective in order to be able to manifest something into this 3D dimension. 10 of Pentacles is bigger. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles is as to why you're doing it, why you came here. Clarify the Fool, the Magician, and the Stork. Okay, 7 of Cups. If you guys are drawn to tonight's telepathic message from your person, you might want to watch it, because I literally had a flashback, okay, to that reading. There may be a message in there for you. Because I do feel like I'm talking to two people. Once again, we're at that point where we're having a serious conversation between two people, okay, with different perspectives that needs to be able to see things clearer from each other's perspective so they can understand one another, because there was confusion. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so here's what somebody needs to know about this tiger over here with Justice. So there's healthy balance and then there's unhealthy balance. Okay, So pretty much whoever this person is over here that has come out of rigorous lifestyle circumstances, okay, this person is a more balanced individual emotionally when they're able to work. Okay, now work looks different for everybody, but this person has to create. Their purpose is connected to they have to be able to give in a particular way. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is pretty much saying that this person becomes emotionally imbalanced and insecure when they are unable to have a routine, a consistency, like they need some type of stability. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, they can't get it from their family, they can't get it from anybody else, so they have to work harder for themselves and stay consistent to take care of themselves. Anyone that ever grew up in the hood, raise your hand. Okay, when you grow up in the hood, you understand that if you are not productive with your everyday life experiences, you can tend to be self-destructive, right? That self-destructive behavior traits puts you in a position or a frequency where you make codependent decisions, right? Survival mode kicks in. That's what I'm seeing here. Someone here is trying to be triggered back into survival mode by way of fucking with their stability and their ability to do what it is that they love or that brings them joy every single day. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is also reminding me of hip hop, right? So for example, a lot of rappers that grow up that are like in a situation, how they go from rags to riches, or starting from the bottom and now they're here, is because in toxic environments from the belly of the beast, they're in positions where they have an outlet, Knight of Pentacles, and that outlet is their voice, their outlet is their songs, their rapping, right? And they channel that. They channel all of that, those emotions and all that raw emotions into an avenue where they get to put it all on the track, right? Instead of killing each other and harming each other. But of course, the unethical systems has designed it to where they don't want them having those types of outlets. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They want them being so riddled with uncertainty of if they're going to be able to eat that next day that they just kill each other off, right? That's the manipulation. These are the zones that these tigers are grown in, okay? The circumstances that they're grown in. So here you have this type of path where if you're asking someone to just give all of that up and just live the best life, what do you do when you have trained yourself to put your emotions in something productive, and then someone tells you, oh, you don't need to do any of that, just do this? As a person that has grounded themselves with the Knight of Pentacles, with being able to express themselves emotionally, okay, intuitively, or whatever capacity, it'll be like doing the same thing the corrupt leaders did. It'll be like taking away someone's identity, personality. It's who they are. It's who they've become. It's what's been healthy for them. It's kept them from harming other people, right? It's healthy for them at that point. It's a healthy outlet. It'll make them feel as if they are completely codependent on whoever they're in a relationship with, and they're not going to like it. That's just the way that they are perfectly designed by the Most High. The Most High perfectly designed them to first seek their relationship with the Most High, and then seek their stability through purpose, their stability through their own calling, right? And then from there, maintain that. Now here's where it gets a little funky. Somewhere in the middle of all of this, right? The lion's journey over here is hiding, right? There's something about the tiger's journey where the lion feels as if they don't want to, there's a conflict with this lion's pride over here. And it could be for millions of reasons. For some of them, it's kind of, it's for this person. It makes them feel some type of way that this other person can see so much into them, and it would make them feel more confident, right? Because lion's about courage, the confidence that this person needs to feel as if they can keep something away from this tiger. Okay, or that they can protect this tiger, almost as if this lion feels as if, well, damn, this tiger don't need me, this tiger don't, want me. But at the same time, that doesn't make it true. It makes your side, their side, and the truth is only in the middle. The truth is with the high priestess, and the truth is that someone feels that way the most because they are relying, this lion is relying on the fantasy, the 5D, right? This lion expresses most of its creativity and artistry through fantasy. But in connection with this tiger, this lion feels as if they can't even hide a due date from this tiger. They can't hide a special campaign from this tiger. It's almost like, well, you done leaked that shit long before I even got to it, So there's this energy of, even down to, let's say that there's a group of people that are always watching this person. This person doesn't want to cross over their lifestyle into this person's lifestyle. It's going to be a politician. And the politician may not want the whole public world to know about their personal relationship or who they're dating or talking to. But it's like something about what this tiger does for work would expose them in a position where they're easily accessible, because there's some traction or attention. So someone's really trying to be very careful, meticulous about how they enter into this tiger's life. Okay. And so, wow, both of y'all feeling off. You got the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Both of y'all are emotionally feeling it right now. Both of y'all are emotional. That's all I can say. Both of y'all are emotionally feeling the pressure. You're feeling the pressure. Do I come down and swoop this up, Do I come down and swoop this person up, take this, It's almost like catching. I think my battery's dying. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell you what I sense, right? This is like you're a bird, right? And you're in the tree. But you see that another bird just like you is walking instead of flying. And you're asking yourself that the bird in the tree flies, because you know that from this point of view, you are so much more, you see much more, there's less predators that are able to fuck with you. And so your perception is, get off the ground, fly man. But this bird, just like you, was born in a cage. You get what I'm saying? So the bird in the cage is not accustomed to flying. The bird in the cage is accustomed to walking the long route. So y'all remember the movie Rio, right? What did she say? What is wrong with this bird? Why won't he fly? His wings was clipped at a young age, but he's not unhappy with his life, right? They were very different, even though they both were the same type of bird. So for a minute, there's a bird crossing the motherfucking street. I promise you, this bird is crossing the street in a crosswalk. What? I mean, why would that bird do that? This bird crossed the street. He walked across a street, a busy street too. That was spirit right there. Spirit said, let me show you what I'm talking about. You see all my reaction? This is pure reaction. What is wrong with this bird? That's how somebody feels. Like, what is wrong with this person? Why would they say that? Why would they do that? Oh my God. Like, the other person is like, get from over there. No. Yeah. You're walking right into the trap. A car could hit you. So one person may make the other person feel like, oh my God, I'm always on the edge with this person. You know, this person, you never know what this person's going to say, what they're going to do. And so somebody feels like because someone is so unpredictable, it's like, wait a minute. Am I going to like set myself up to put them in this world? Maybe I should just help them get more accustomed to it. Maybe I should take my time. Like someone's rationalizing everything, you know, but you've already got the job. You've already got the position. You are already chosen for whatever this is. And I feel as if the divine is saying, if y'all don't stop overthinking this shit so damn much and start mixing, can we start pouring glasses at this point? Like we are all stuck at the table starving. Everybody in collective is stuck at the table. We're all starving. You know, I got a whole bunch of readers on YouTube. Like, oh my God, how many more days? Y'all got us all sitting at the table. Nobody has brought the food out yet. You have these servers waiting to pour glasses of water. Can we just, the divine is stepping in. Your spiritual team is stepping in saying, can y'all just pour everyone at the table a glass of water? Quench our thirst, because we are thirsty out here in these streets. There ain't no love making. There ain't shit. I just need to feel something. That's what it feels like. It's too hot. It's just too fucking hot. Yes. What will it take? Because I definitely see somebody. Look at this. So your spiritual team wants you to know that someone is coming in. They ain't half the person y'all are, but someone's like, fuck it. I'll come in. At this point, y'all got knights and pages that are what they won't do, I'ma do. If they won't do it, I'ma do it. Y'all have all types of options. I'll chase you. I'll come and get you. And this is where y'all are sitting. And so y'all are pretty much unearthing old shit. Like when these types of stars do not move and they stay fixed in their positions, what happens is as the world turns, okay, cycles that were closed out then communicates to the supernatural that those experiences didn't create the necessary momentum to get these two stars to unfix themselves. So we have to bring in the past. We have to start a new cycle. And that new cycle will be repetitive. Even if it's with old people, it'll be like another clockwork, because those experiences are meant to trigger you to change your fixed ways of doing things and try things differently. So again, the key here is, if you are normally fixed, like I don't normally chase nobody, right? If you're normally, I always chase, then you don't need to do that, because you have to do the opposite. Both of y'all are supposed to be doing the opposite of what you normally do. So whoever this lion energy is over here, they're more prideful. They don't do a lot of the initiative, because what is lions? Do you ever see a fucking lion going out there and hunt? No. These bitches come bring the food to the lion, because the lion got it made in the shade. Think about that shit. And the lioness hold this lion down. And so this lion has a lot of people holding him down. Her or him down. And so now this lion is being encouraged to become a leader and make up their mind. and do something that's out of the ordinary as a fixed sign, as a fixed energy. Even the positions of the planets are all changing can't talk, changing transits and stuff. And here y'all are as stars, and y'all don't want to change transits. Yeah, y'all don't want to transit each other. You know, you don't want to do nothing, go nowhere. You don't want to do no transactions. But again, it's contagious. Wherever you go, whatever you do, it creates a ripple effect. And then over here with this tiger, they are, what does tigers normally do? We got to look at the behavior of a tiger. Wow, there's a white butterfly on the window. Oh my goodness. You know, I see a lot of monarchs, but not all white, you know. So I do feel like with this, if this tiger grew up in codependency types of lifestyles, right? Typically, it would be harder for them to maintain a routine structure for themselves and things like that, because the people around them would work against them trying to be independent and trying to be self-sufficient. So for this person, their journey is going to look like it takes them harder to do what the average person does. But when they are being telepathically told that that's not a positive quality about them, then they have to stay in that energy longer, because they understand that a part of getting out of their South Node requires that they put in that work. Okay? And if their person never comes in to have anything consistent with them, then that their person, it's like every time these things come together, they keep missing it. You see what I'm saying? But they're supposed to go like this, but they keep like the grooves as they're turning, they keep like hitting each other. And that's kind of the opposite energy here. There's meant to come a point where it becomes a whale, like you could turn it and you guys work together. So every time that this person comes in and they're requiring that this tiger chase them and, you know, stimulate them and go out of their way for them, it's triggering by design, because the master teacher designed the both of you to, by design, it will tell this tiger over here that they are either going to become karmic and behave like every other person that this lion is used to, or they're going to trust the divine plan. Because this is saying that at any given moment, if this person starts to pretty much abandon something, they have to do something opposite, because the Chariot's in reverse, which means that this tiger is normally a runner. Like they either run away from people or to someone. They see someone that they like, they run towards them fast, so they have to slow down, right? Vice versa, they see something that's a red flag, they run the opposite way. And those are two triggers. So in that sweet spot, there's something about consistency and acceptance. Yeah, it doesn't trip the landmine. And that may be what this lion over here is not accustomed to. This lion over here is like consistency. The fuck? I don't do that shit. I don't wait for I don't do consistency. I don't do times. I don't do clocks. What is going on? This can't be right. So yes, you know what? Let me focus on my money. Like this is too much. So I feel like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. There's a lot of temptations. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's hot girl summer. Chair empty. Somebody's like, well, someone doesn't want me, somebody else will. That's what it's pretty much. The frequencies are frequency. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Some of y'all are about to meet somebody. Okay, I feel like there is going to be either somebody is leaving someone else's life and making room for someone, but this feels like someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. This lion here. Somebody has received the downloads and the wisdom. Okay, opportunity and windfall. Somebody has received the download and the information from the apple. And the availability is here. So you know what I see here? Right now, there is a single available masculine and a single available feminine. On a supernatural level, on a super consciousness level, the positions are open. So what this means is, like moths to a flame, y'all are about to have people desiring the fuck out of you, both of you, because y'all are to a level of y'all are to a point of being healed in such a way where y'all are the new hot value. Period. That's just is what it is. You're the new role models. You're the new leaders. You're the new power couples. You're the new star couples. This is what this is. And it's beginning. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I've told you. Look at that lily. Spiritual love. Y'all are the bridge. This spiritual love is going to bring love back to humanity. And there's something that happens when you guys come near. It's like if you walk into that person's shop, now all of a sudden a whole bunch of people are buying the shit off the shelves and stuff like that. Not because that person said something to those people, but because wherever one comes, the other prospers. And wherever that person comes, the other prospers. So you're going to notice that the experience that people have when one person is around the other person, the people around you are going to feel as if they never want to leave. You know what I'm saying? It's magical. Let's get your closing message. I could stay here for hours and hours and hours, but I got to go. I really do. I said, I got to do better. I have to shorten these readings, but once I get started, I can't stop. We have all these cats. We have panthers. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of loving you. All right, so we have Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. You guys, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.